certificate of deposit sounds like one of those financial terms designed to sound far more existing than it actually is. Someone says, I invested in a CD, and someone nearby immediately thinks, oh wow, music? Then realizes this conversation involves banking. And suddenly, be honest, when you first heard about certificate of deposit, did you think it had something to do with music CDs too? Things become significantly less entertaining, which is fair because certificate of deposit sounds like a fancy award banks give customers for not touching their money. And honestly, that's not entirely inaccurate. A certificate of deposit, often called a CD, is a savings product offered by banks and credit unions where you deposit money for a fixed period and earn a guaranteed interest rate. A CD is one of those financial products that sounds boring fast, but it actually solves a pretty specific problem. You agree not to withdraw the money until the term ends. In return, the bank gives you higher interest than many regular savings accounts. So yes, it's basically a patience competition with your own money, and the bank earns out interest as a reward. Banks need money to lend to borrowers. Home loans, car loans, business loans, personal loans. That lending business. If you have ever struggled not to spend money sitting in your account, you'll probably understand why some people like CDs. Requires available cash. Banks created CDs to encourage customers to leave money untouched for longer periods. Customers deposit money. Banks get predictable funds. Customers earn interest. Interest is equals to principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time interest, which is equals to principal stroke time times rate stroke time times time. It's complicated, I mean. Banks aren't just storing money, they're constantly moving money around through loans and other financial services. Time interest is equals to principal times rate times time. Everybody wins. Unless you suddenly need the money next month, then things become awkward. You choose an amount to deposit, maybe $500 or $1,000 or $10,000 or larger amounts if your savings account looks far healthier than most people's. Then you choose a term length. Common terms include 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. The bank offers an interest rate based on that term. Usually longer terms offer higher interest rates because banks appreciate commitment almost as much as streaming services appreciate recurring subscriptions. Every CD has a maturity date. That's when the agreed term ends. At maturity, you receive your original deposit bank plus and interest. Maturity value is equals to principal plus interest maturity stroke value, which is equivalent to principal plus interest maturity, and value is equals to principal plus interest. For example, you deposit $2,000 into 1 year CD. The bank offers 4% annual interest. At the end of the year, you receive your original money plus the earned interest. Very predictable, very calm. The exact opposite of checking cryptocurrency prices every 14 minutes. CDs are popular because they are relatively low risk. Your returns are predictable, your principal is generally protected, and in countries like the United States, many CDs are insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation or the National Credit Union and Administration within certain limits. Other countries may have similar protections. People who hate financial surprises often love CDs, and honestly, financial surprises are rarely fun. This is where people get frustrated. CDs require patience, withdraw money early, and penalties may apply, and you may lose some interest earnings, sometimes multiple months of interest, which makes sense. The bank expected your money to stay put. You broke the agreement, and the banks respond to broken agreements with fees. A deeply consistent personality trait. Savings accounts offer flexibility. You can usually access funds easily, but interest rates are often lower. CDs offer higher rates, but less flexibility. Savings accounts are like keeping snacks in your kitchen. Easy access. CDs are like locking snacks in a safe until next year. Financial discipline gets weirdly dramatic sometimes. Some people build something called a CD ladder. This means splitting money across multiple CDs with different maturity dates. For example, 1-year CD, 2-year CD, 3-year CD, 4-year CD. This creates regular access to maturing funds while still earning higher rates. Diversified maturity schedule, diversified stroke maturity stroke schedule, diversified maturity schedule. It sounds very sophisticated and occasionally makes people feel like Wall Street executives while managing relatively calm savings strategies. CDs are stable, but inflation can still reduce returns. If inflation rises faster than your interest earnings, your money technically grows, but purchasing power may shrink. Real return is equals to interest rate minus inflation. Rate real stroke return, which is equals to interest stroke rate minus inflation. Rate real return is equals to interest rate minus inflation rate. This is why some investors prefer stocks or other assets for long-term growth. Higher potential rewards often come with higher risks. Finance loves trade-offs. At the end of the day, a certificate of deposit is a low-risk savings product where you lock money away for a fixed period in exchange for guaranteed interest. It offers predictable returns, strong safety, and disciplined saving. It may not feel exciting, but financial stability rarely trends on social media. Humanity created a financial product that rewards patience, and many people still break CDs early because they suddenly need a new phone upgrade, which feels incredibly human. Subscribe, like, also tell us, do you use CDs in the comment section?